Hello everyone and welcome back to Defender's Quest, Valley of the Forgotten. Let's go down here into town. Dilapidated? Whatever. Shantytown. Looks like the escaped prisoners took refuge here. Okay, we could technically... yeah, we can buy another metal shiv for our new berserker. And we can also recruit more berserkers, but I don't intend to do that right now, so let's go. And continue. Again, normal mode should be manageable. Everyone, this way! It's no use, they're gaining on us. Quick, across the river, we'll hold them off at the ford. There are too many of them. Only one thing to do. Crazy suicidal rage time! I think you might be onto something. What's this feeling? Like you want to massacre everything that moves and then dance in the raining giblets like it's wet confetti at the best birthday party of all time? Yes. Okay, we learned a new spell, Frenzy. Raises the attack rate of all defenders by 40% for 10 seconds. This spell is incredibly good. Okay, once more let's pause, put down berserkers. Doesn't really matter, I don't think. Probably let's go for here. The ranger we can probably put here. And then give her a boosty. And give him a boosty. And give him a boosty. And then let's go. With the rangers it's often important to find a good location to put them. And when you place them down, or when I place them down, it's always important to keep in mind roughly how much you believe you're going to be boosting them. Because obviously boosting them increases range, so without the first boost I would not have been able to hit very much from here. But bearing in mind the fact that I was going to boost, this is a good location because the minimum range is not much of a problem. There's not many enemies that are going to be beyond the minimum range, and I can increase the maximum range, as you can see. But it's also important to bear in mind that without the boost, the ranger is not... like, I need to invest more Psi than just to summon her in order to improve the range sufficiently, basically. Okay, Astra survived unharmed. Didn't even need my frenzy spell. Okay, we got a few level ups. I guess I'll go for the critical. I need to put at least one skill point in a single skill to be able to unlock the next one anyway. And there are some nice skills that I want down here in the passive skill part of her skill tree. So yeah, and Drask will now get his second skill and also the swiftness that Slank already has. I spit upon the eyes of the traitor, the murderer of honor. May he drown in his own blood, may his carcass rot in the earth, may frost eternal take his bones. Who's ready for round 2? I'll tear your faces off and use your skulls to hold decorative houseplants! Slag, they're all dead. Plus all of your houseplants would smell like dead people. Oh. So what's the plan now? Well, that mysterious old man said to find him at the monastery. Ah, he must be in the Selene chapter house on the north side. On the north side of the pit. There are Ash Temple monks here in this plague colony. What better place for a hospital? Come on, I'll show you the way. You trust this guy? Well, he's crazy as hell, sure, but he seems to be loyal. I can't afford to be picky when it comes to friends. No, I don't mean the clown. I mean that mysterious old man. If he's an Ash Temple monk, we have nothing to worry about. You think your temple has never gotten its hands dirty? Hey, you don't have to come up if you don't trust him. And give up my chance of escaping with you? I take on the whole Ash Kingdom if it meant getting out of this hellhole. Just watch your back, okay? Now we go to the village, but we've also got a journal entry. The Halfway World. Halfway World is the best my feeble words can do to describe the place I find myself in, and draw others to. Once, when I was very young, I nearly drowned swimming in the shallows of the Kevel. It is the only experience I can draw any parallels to. This is the same panic, the same breathless agony as my heart tries to tear itself out of my chest. But this time Father's hand will not drag me to safety. There is no shore to cling to, only the moment of death, stretching for an eternity. The mechanics of how I arrive in this place are beyond my understanding. All I know is that I go there when I need to be. Once there I can feel out my fellows, not with any sight, but in the same way that I am aware of my limbs without looking at them. I merely know that they are there, and I call on them with the strength that I have. This strength is little, and I exercise these powers with the feebleness of an infant moving his body, but it is enough to save my life. As much as I loathe journeying into this terrifying halfway world, it is certainly better than the fate I would face without it. Okay, town. A survivor's camp of nomadic villagers. Karsk pays a heavy tribute to Ozamol to escape raids. Listen, Ezra, if we're going to make it to the monastery, I think we're going to need more people. Well, we've got Slag. I mean, sane people. People that you can rely on in a fight. People that wear armor. What, and cover up this glorious physique? Yeah, let's hire some reinforcements. What? I'm all we need. I have the body of a bronze god. And the brains of a drunken weasel. A drunken weasel god! Okay, so we can buy a wood bow for our ranger, Keta. We can buy some armor. Slag and all berserkers do not wear armor, but rangers do, so let's give her one. And we can recruit a new ranger. Once again, Zeka, Sana, Ayimi, Sana, Lumina, Zeka, Raska, Devdi, Ayimi, Lumina. Let's go with that. And then randomize for a bit. Possibly slightly darker skin color, and then that'll work. Higher. Okay, we do not have enough scrap to get another one. Neither do we have enough to buy any weapons, I believe. Nope. Well, we could buy the cheap green bow, but nah, it's fine. Even without a bow equipped, as in right now. There we go, party. Right now, Shaja doesn't have a weapon equipped, but she'll still be able to use ranged attacks, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, let's continue. Another journal entry, Keta. I think the thing I like most about Keta is that she smells like goats. I mean, it's a hard choice with all the other winning traits like rampant immaturity, constant belittling comments, dim-witted sarcasm, penchant? I don't think it's penchant. Anyway, for petty theft and horrific eating habits, but when you share a tent with someone, it's the pungent scent of goats that stands above the rest. Some nights a crossbreeze whistles through the men's side of the camp, bearing on its airy arms the unmistakable smell of slag. The resulting medley of aromas can only be described as ambrosial. It is on these nights that I actually get the best sleep, as my body seems to choose unconsciousness over attempting to comprehend the aromatic stimuli confronting its senses. Yeah. Let's battle on. Excuse me. They found us! The town is under attack! Guards, launch the assault! She's worth a fortune. I want her alive. No one else matters. Release the Revenant! Okay, pausing. Putting down Berserkers. And putting down the Rangers. I think here and here. And then let's give her a boosty and then see where else I wanna boost. Again, this positioning is only good because of me intending to increase her range once more, and then I'll be able to cover a lot of ground from this position. There we go. Second ranger obviously from here won't be able to hit very much, as you can see. Lots of blind spots there, but you know, with a few boosts this will also be fine. Okay, I actually stopped all of them, that's good. Let's go back to 1x speed. Basically I lower the speed when I think I need faster reaction times. Or rather, when I need more time to react. Technically I don't have faster reactions, I just have more time in which to react. I always find boosting rangers to be a little more rewarding than boosting the berserkers, simply because their increase in range makes them it adds a lot more to their usefulness. So he's going to get boosted to 50, just because I want him to be able to use his second attack. But then, if I won't get enough psi to upgrade anything else anyway, but if I did, it would be spent on the rangers. And I might not be able to get a perfect on this. Oh, I did. Wow. That was close though, as you could probably see. How much does it cost? Okay. I won't reset her points just yet, but from now on I'll spec into Frenzy instead of Lightning. There is some benefit to obviously saving up your skill points, because you don't need to spend the scrap to reset, but yeah, quite honestly, it's not that expensive. And later on we will get a lot more scrap from fights. And Slack can now... I don't know, let's boost his double hit. What, the whole town dead and not one prisoner captured? Sir, we don't have enough Revenant to continue. You think I don't know that? Get out of my sight. Inept fools. You cannot allow them to escape. What can I do? My Revenant are decimated. We don't have enough troops to continue. Look around you. What do you see? I see dozens of corpses, not one of which belongs to our prey. Continue the pursuit. We have all the reinforcements that we need. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, another journal entry. The burning of Karsk. I've been no stranger to death. The last 9 months of plague in the capital have stripped away whatever childish ignorance my privileged positions had afforded me on the subject. But I have never before seen such violent destruction. Even the corpse fires outside the temple gates pale in comparison. I have no words. I understand now something of our enemy's nature. Okay, let's go for the next battle. Hold on, there's some people on the road. Could these be more rangers? Others must have escaped from the village. Wait, something's not right. We're under attack! These undead rangers have a long range. Plan accordingly. Right now I don't really have anything I could use to plan accordingly, so just put down my my units. I'm not sure if this is ideal. Probably this would be better. And then 1 boosty, 2 boosty, and 3 boosty. And let's go. So yeah, obviously there will be more enemy variety added to the game as we continue. I'm not sure if this is actually interesting to watch. I guess you'll have to let me know. And these guys will attack as they move, so I believe they have a short pause in the animation for when they do their attack, but basically they don't slow down. You also get a boost, so you can use your second ability. Okay, we seem to be doing alright for now. Well, lightning that one. That was close. I'm not quite sure if I need the frenzy spell yet, so I'm kind of keeping it in reserve. Because for now these melee revenant don't seem to be able to get past me. Okay. Yeah, I think we're fine. Azra survived unharmed. It was close though. And Drask gains... I don't know. Doesn't matter, but you get these things, and I guess I'll go for more triple shot. Those Revenant, they were from the village. You think everyone there got turned? Everyone there should have been immune to the plague. All the survivors have already had it. I don't think they turned on their own. The man in red. ... And we find a town. A survivors camp at the foot of a mountain, a frequent target of Ozamal's raiding parties. I think we lost them. Oh man, and all I need is 3 more Revenant skulls to finish my necklace. Check it out. I call the big one Blinky and the little one Mr. Teeth. This is seriously disturbing, Slack. Azra, there's a small caravan of nomads here that have offered us supplies, for the right price, of course. Turns out the headsman is my grandfather's wife's second cousin, so I was able to haggle us some pretty good discounts. I recommend that we stock up while we can. Okay, let's see, weapons. We can now get an iron sword for more than we have. Could get a rusty sword, 2 of them actually. Let's look for bows instead. I can get a hunter's bow. Okay, let me buy a hunter's bow for Keta. Do I want to recruit anyone? I could afford one more. Let's go Bakazar. Yeah, why not? Yeah, that works. Okay, and let's leave. Hey there, stranger. Your name doesn't happen to be Azra, does it? Yes. Fantabulous. A couple days ago, this old man stopped by. He said you would follow and asked me to give you this thingamajig. He said it would help you on your way. He was a teensy bit weird, if you ask me. But anybody handing out 3 pieces of parchment is okay in my book. I can't get enough of this stuff. It's delicious. Thank you, friend. And we get the healing spell. Hasn't been relevant yet, but eventually our defenders will actually be at a point where they'll need healing. Okay, addendum. Last night Keta woke me yelling in Nomad. At first I thought perhaps she was dreaming of the destruction we so recently witnessed, images which continued to haunt my own waking mind. However, as I summoned up my meager command of the Nomad language, I realized that the cry roughly translated to, "Woman of questionable moral quality, he is mine." Having delivered this somewhat confusing message, she then ripped out a handful of my hair, stuffed it under her pillow, and promptly fell asleep again. Keta has been uncharacteristically apologetic, even going so far as to show me how to braid horsehair into my own to mask the bald spot. She claims that she has no idea what dream prompted the outburst. I remain unconvinced. Lexos. We witnessed a strange nomad ritual while at Lexos. A new child had been born to the chief of the Karada, a small but still functional tribe. The parents presented the child before 2 large wooden idols. The chief produced a small block of wood, which he laid on the head of each idol and then on the head of the child. He then took out a small knife and carved the block, allowing the shavings to fall over the infant's face. Having finished his work, he strung the carving on an animal sinew and placed it around the child's neck. There was a great cry, and all at once the tribesmen and attendants began dancing and chanting and celebrating in typical raucous nomad fashion. I never saw what it was that the chief had carved. I later asked Keta what this ritual meant, and she produced a small wooden fox from around her neck. She said her spirit was the servant of the tribal gods, given at birth as a guardian and guide to be buried with her at death to guarantee safe passage into paradise. Just as the tribal gods were given out by the creator at the time of the tribe's genesis, so those personal spirits were given out to each member of the tribe at their birth. I asked Keta if losing a personal idol was as catastrophic for the individual as losing tribal idols for the tribe. She smiled and showed me 7 idols she had taken from enemies, explaining that now their souls would spend many ages struggling to find paradise on their own. I asked if it bothered her to have done this to her fellow nomads, and she gave me a glassy look, asked if it bothered me that my ears were way too big for my face, and then walked off singing about eating goat's tongues. Someday I'm going to hit her on the head with a rock. You don't hit someone in the head, I don't think. Anyway, journeys. I am growing more skilled at walking and writing simultaneously. There is little else to do as we journey, save listen to the endless prattling of my companions or think on the terrifying mystery of the enemy that pursues us. 2 activities from which I would welcome any distraction. Hence this journal. I had never fancied myself a traveler. All of my 23 years were occupied in the capital and its surrounding locales. My childish wanderlust was sated by the written world. In those idle moments of daydream when I did entertain fantasies of travel, I always thought it would be to our western brethren. How interesting it would be to follow the temple pilgrims on their homeward journey, men of the mountains, dark as nomads, and beyond them men darker still, people of the sea, all united by the way of Selenat, 7 kingdoms bound together by the truth of the fountain. If I sought to fear the fear and excitement of heathen lands, I needed only to look at the great map of Zesmir Zendbar's travels that hung across the library's north wall. Here my eager eyes could journey to the north, into the realm of the Carcassians, who we speak of as a single people, but are so many and varied that Gozald the Elder claimed any 3 of their city-states would feel as different as Ash, Quaid and Nomad. And beyond them the heathen of the heathens, the fantastical terrors of the unknown shores, and the great mountain in which Kesme inscribed the legend, here there live the Eaters of the Moon. What a dismal comparison my current journey makes, here on the doorstep of Ash, where all things familiar turn grim and terrible. Okay, well it's been 25 minutes now, but that's still decent enough for an episode, so I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.